Friday morning chair yoga. We're going to start in our seat with our hips and knees either level or the knees slightly lower than the hips. And we'll sit firmly on top of our sitting bones and lengthen up through the spine, relax the shoulders, tuck the chin slightly to keep the neck long, and think about growing taller through the crown of the head. And just stay here for a moment with the hands on the legs, just resting them either palm up or palm down, and allow yourself to sort of settle in for the morning. Just a few reminders, always work within your own abilities. Don't force into positions, and if you find yourself in a position that's uncomfortable or causing pain, please ease out of that position and focus on your breath. If you have questions about form or how you should adapt for a certain issue with your movement, give me a message on Facebook and I'll be happy to advise. So let's just have our hands on our legs and our eyes closed and take a moment just to breathe. Remember, we breathe through the nose. Let the belly move forward as we inhale. And as you exhale, pull in through the navel, pulling that navel closer to the spine. Squeeze the lower rib cage, get all the used air out. Then relax and allow our breath to come in again. Expanding the belly as you continue to inhale. Exhale, pulling in on the navel. This next breath, as the navel moves out, allow the breath to lift the breastbone, expanding the ribs more. Exhale, pulling everything inward, pulling in on the navel at the very end of the exhalation. One more, belly moving out, breastbone lifting. Lift the shoulder blades and the shoulders ever so slightly. Feel the breath go to the top of the lungs. And relax, release, let the breath move out softly. At the end of the exhalation, pull in on the navel. And then allow the breath to soften and become more regular. We're just tipping our chin to our chest, letting the back of the neck lengthen. Roll the left ear to the left shoulder, letting the head hang. Roll back to the center with the chin near the chest and roll the right ear to the right shoulder. Back to the center. Lift the chin and look up. Don't overextend the back of the neck, just gently lifting here. And then press the chin toward the chest again. And then lift the head to neutral so the chin is level to the floor and so shoulders are relaxed. Just gently turn your head to the left. Back to the center and to the right. Back to the center. We're going to turn to the left this time and gaze as far to the left as we can and pick a spot that helps you know how far your head is turned in this direction. Just mark it with your eyes. And then come back to the center. And we're going to take our left hand to the ear and begin to massage gently with the finger and the thumb. First on the earlobe, and then gently move up the outside of the ear itself. Just gentle little massages. Come to the top of the ear, massaging at the top of the ear. And then work your way back down, bringing the thumb and finger back down to the lobe. And then drop the hand to the knee, and once again we'll turn the head to the left. And see if there's a difference in how far left you can turn. Back to the center, and let's go to the right, marking it with our eyes. How far can we go? Back to the center, right hand to the earlobe, gentle massage, earlobe, and then moving up the outside edge of the ear, coming to the top of the ear, gently massaging. Working our way back down to the earlobe, hand on the leg, and gently turn the head to the right and see if there's a difference. Where can you move that head? Back to the center. I don't know why that works, but it does. You may notice just an incremental difference. So bring your head back to the center And drop the head to the left this time. Ear is closer to the shoulder. Reach the right hand to the floor. Now turn the palm backward and press the arm back. Back to the center and the hand on the knee. Tip the head to the right. Reach the hand down toward the floor on the left and then turn the palm backward and press it back. Back to the center. Roll those shoulders to the ears. Roll them down and back. So up. Squeeze the shoulder blades down and forward. Sometimes I call this Rice Krispies. So if you get some noise, that's okay, as long as it's not causing pain. And stop at the bottom, and then let's roll them forward, just opening up the upper back slightly. And then shrug the shoulders, just shrug them out. Take the arms down and shake them out. Let's take our upper body and we're going to round it slightly forward by bringing our hands down over the knees and sliding them to this inside, bringing the elbows down. Drop the head, neck, and shoulders. Just interlace the hands and let yourself hang over those thighs. Head is relaxed. Bring your hands to your knees, elbows are near your ribs. Lift the head, looking up, lengthen the neck, scoop the shoulders. Lift those shoulders right up over the hips again and sitting back on top of the sitting bones. Let's do one more. Tuck the chin, bring the elbows to the knees, softening the upper back. Relax here in a child's. Just letting the back go, breathe. Hands come to the knees, elbows to the ribs. Lift the forehead up, lengthening the neck. Stretch that neck long, look up, come all the way back up on top of those sitting bones. Let's do one more. Bring ourselves all the way down, relaxing the back, head is hanging. Now bring the hands to the knees, elbows near the ribs. Lengthen the spine by lifting the forehead, lengthening the neck. Look up, scoop the back. This is easy, and then we'll sit back on top of the sitting bones. So it's not a forceful thing, just very soft. Roll your shoulders, roll your shoulders. Let's take the left arm and reach it across. Reach out through the fingers. Bend the elbow, and if you like, you can gently press the elbow toward you and inhale deeply into the belly and into the shoulder. And exhale, release, hang it down, shake it out, and reach the right arm across. Reach up underneath the arm and hold it. Reach the fingertips out, breathe. Exhale, bend the elbow and press it back, breathing into that shoulder. And release, shake them out, bring your knuckles forward, interlace the fingers, reach those knuckles out, tuck the chin, letting the upper back open with a deep breath. Bend the elbows, turn the palms forward, press, 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 wrist and palms stretching. Bend the elbows, and if you can, reach up. If you can't keep the hands together, you can just push the palms up. But if you can, stretch up, keep those shoulders away from your ears. Inhale, growing tall. Exhale, lower the arms by bending the elbows, turn to the left and put the hands on the waist. Inhale, coming back to the center, lengthen up. Exhale, turning slowly to the right, and the hands are on the hip or the waist, looking to the right. Inhale to the center, look up, lengthen up the front of the body, breathe. And then bring your head to level, exhale, drop the hands down. I'm going to turn sideways, and you may need to as well, depending on your chair. Feet are planted, ankles under the knees. We're going to clasp our hands together behind us with the thumbs resting over the tailbone area and lengthen those knuckles toward the seat. Keep those shoulders open. This is a big opener for the tops of the shoulders. And relax, let the arms just rest here. You can lift them up slightly. And again, lengthen those knuckles toward the seat. Now inhale and press the arms away. Just do what you can do. You may not go very far. And then relax, drop the hands back to the tailbone. Tuck the chin, pull up on the belly, and softly round your shoulders, hanging over the thighs. Now once again, clasp those palms together. Inhale, lift the arms upward. It's okay if you only go half an inch off your hips, that's fine. Drop the hands, bring them to the knees. Slowly straighten all the way up and roll those shoulders a couple of times. And then sit back. And I'm going to have to step away for 1 minute. I'm having issues with my music, so we're going to lose the music here. Okay, sorry about that. Technology, it's wonderful. So, sitting tall on your sitting bones. Let's just warm up the lower body a little bit. So first thing, let's do the waist and the hips. So lift your right hip and bring it back slightly, and then the left hip. So walking on the seat of the chair. And your heels may come off the ground, that's okay. Stop, and we're gonna go forward. Lifting, just walking those hips. And we'll go one more time. Right hip, left hip. Just do this small little motions. Don't overdo. We're just warming up the low back and the hips. And then we'll come forward again. And this time just stop about halfway. So just as when you get where you're firmly seated and your ankles and knees can be in line with the feet on the floor. So hold the sides of the chair and let's just kick out that left foot. Kick it out and flex it. Drop it and then pull it back. Your foot can be relaxed. You're using this muscle in the back of the thigh, the hamstring. I'm going to pull a little closer to the front of my seat so I can get more range of motion. If that's good for you, you can do that as well, or you can stay seated centrally. And then relax it and kick it back. Lift it up. Kick it out. And then back, pushing the heel up. Out. Stretch, stretch, stretch through that calf. And then drop it and let's make a circle on the floor. Just circle, circle, circle. And then let's go the other way. And then reach it out last time and drop it down. Foot is on the floor. And the other side, out and in, and tighten that calf, the hamstring muscle. If you get a cramp, then avoid this part, but usually if you'll extend it and push the heel, that cramp will go away. If not, then you need to just gently kick it back and forth without the stress of pushing it up. And then drop it down and let's make a circle. Draw a circle. And then let's go the other way. And then stop in the front and kick it up again, push through the heel, and just let it relax. Shake your legs out. We're gonna just work a little bit on the waist right now, warming that area up. So one hand on the side, holding onto the seat, or long-armed people can hold the inside between the thighs, that's fine. Hold on to that seat, plant the sitting bones. Reach, reach, reach up with that right arm. Inhale, lengthen up first. Exhale. Bending at the waist, arching over. Your shoulders are still over your hips and the chin is tight to keep the neck long. Arch, arch, arch as much as you can. Put some weight into that hand that's on the seat. Pull in on your navel and come back to the center. Hold the seat with that hand and reach up. Reach, reach, reach. Pull in on the navel, arching over. Pull in on the navel to come back to the center. We're going to do one more each side. So inhale, arm up. Exhale, arching over. Now lift up slightly, about halfway, and push the shoulder back as you look up. Bring it back in line with the hips and then over again. And then all the way upright, hand on the seat, and let's bring the other side up. Reach it up, inhale, lengthen, exhale, arching over, opening that whole side of the body, breathe. Lift up slightly and push the shoulder back. Once again, bring it back over the hips, in line with the hips, reach, 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 and then coming back to the center. Big side stretch. So let's walk the feet slightly wider. You may need to be a little further forward on your seat depending on your legs and the seat you have. So feet and ankles are in a line. So you want them a little bit out from it'll feel awkward at first, but you want the knees right over the ankles. Sit tall on the sitting bones. And we're just going to sweep our arms up toward their left and turn just from the waist. Press down on that right foot as you lengthen up to the left. Drop the arms, bring the heel back under on the right. Reach to the other side. Press down on the foot. Pull into the middle, and do this slow and easy because side to side, it's easier to move too quickly and get injured. So we're just going to slowly sweep from side to side, stretching the hip and the waist as you reach up to the left, dropping the arms and reach up to the right. Once more each side, left, right, back to the center. Let's bring the legs in the middle, about hip width apart. Inhale, arms up. Turn the palms out. Lift up through here. We're going to lean out over the thighs. Lower the arms. Tuck the chin. Bring the elbows to the knees. Drop the head into a child's pose. Pulling up on the navel lets you fold further forward and releases the back. Stay here for breath. Hands on the thighs, let's straighten all the way up. Roll the shoulders down and back and sit back in our seated position. And let's roll the shoulders up and bring the palms down facing outward. Think about moving those shoulders and hands toward the floor, and then you're planted through the seat and we're lengthening up the body. So there's a lot going on. Press into the feet. You can close the eyes or soften the gaze, and this is seated mountain. Just stay here for a moment, growing tall. It's a relaxed but strong position. Let's bring both arms up, pull up on the navel, lengthen up from the sitting bones, and get those shoulders out of the ears. We're going to lean forward, pressing into the feet. Try not to collapse your spine. We want to stay long, even if it means you can only go an inch or so. So I'll just demonstrate from the side. Your arms are up, open up, tuck that tailbone slightly to release the low back. Lean out over the thighs, press into the feet. If you're good here, look up. Do what you can do. Your head may not lift up like this, that's fine. It's all a process. Breathe. Bend the elbows, bring them to the knees, relax the head, neck, and shoulders, and just stay here for a couple of breaths. Hands to the knees, let's straighten all the way up. Now this is power seat, so we want to feel strong and active through the core as we do this. So once again, bring the arms up, palms together, shoulders out of the ears. Lengthen up by pulling up on your navel, lifting up through the spine. Exhale. Leaning out over the thighs, long spine. Open the low back by tucking the tailbone. Press into the feet, lift the head if you can, breathe. Bend the elbows, slowly bring them to the knees, relax the whole upper body forward, release the back. If this is ever too much on the low back, then come to the hands on the knees. Find the position that works for you. But this is basically a child's pose. Breathe. Bring the hands up onto the knees, sitting tall on the sitting bones. Let's loosen up the hips a little bit. So come back to the front, and we'll start by just moving those knees apart. Just walk, walk, walk out to the side. Bring your hands to the inside of the thighs, and a little bit of resistance as you bring them back. Little work here. Hands on the out, bring them out, press, press, press with the arms. Another one in, pull up on the navel, bringing them back to the center, squeeze. Last time on the outside. And the knee, and I'm having a problem with this leg, but if you can, Try to bring this leg parallel to the floor as you bring it closer to your body. And try to not collapse. Keep yourself lifted. And then relax the leg. Just let it be heavy and move it back and forth. And bring the ankle to the thigh. Now you may need to move that left leg in more. The right leg in more. And their ankle's sitting on the thigh. And the first thing is a hand on the knee. And we just gently push it away. And let it go. And reach underneath and lift it toward the center. And let it go. So sitting tall, I've got an ankle in my hand and a knee in my hand. And I'm gently going to press forward with my chest. Keeping your spine long, tuck the chin. Pressing out over that leg. Breathe. Straightening all the way up, sitting tall in the sitting bones. Now cross this leg all the way over and bring the knees in line with your navel. If you can't cross at the knees, then you can cross at the ankle or the shins. So pulling up here, sitting tall in the sitting bones. Inhale, both arms up. Lift up out of the hips. Exhale, turn the upper body. Slowly dropping the arms. The front arm is on top of the leg. The back hand is pressing down into the seat to keep our spine long. It's okay if the elbow's up against the ribs. That's just another reminder of lengthening. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, stay here, pulling in on the navel. Next inhale, turn only the head and look to the right. Next exhale, slowly turn the head to the left. Inhale, both arms up through the center, lift up out of the hips. Gently turning to the right. Drop that left hand across the shin. Press the right hand down behind you. Look over the shoulder. Breathe. Inhale up to the center. Lean out over that leg. Give it a big hug. Squeeze, lift it up, and uncross. And shake it out. And let's bring the other leg in. So reach behind the thigh. Pull that leg close to you. Extend. Bring it in. Let it dangle. Reach it out, extending. Bring it in. Hold an ankle and a knee. And try to lift the shin more parallel to the floor and bring the leg closer. And then drop the ankle on top of the thigh. And you may find that you need to move this foot out slightly for better stability. So we're going to keep the ankle on the thigh and the hand on the knee and the ankle, and with a long spine, lean out over that leg. Press forward. Rest. Rest that chest over the thigh. Breathe. Press down on the ankle and the knees. Straighten all the way up. Cross this leg wherever you can. Bring the knees in line with the navel. Sit tall. Inhale, lift up out of our hips. Rotate. Dropping that left arm across the right thigh. Palms open. Stay here, growing tall with the inhalation. Exhale, squeezing the navel. Inhale, turn only the head to the left. Next, exhale, turn the head back to the right. Inhale, both arms up. Lean out over that thigh, grab that knee, give it a big hug, bring it up and uncross. Shake those legs out. Just Charleston here for a second, let them go. So we're going to go into cat and cow. And I'm going to turn sideways just so you can see. We've done this before. For people with osteoporosis or osteopenia, it's best not to do a forceful rounding of the back. So if you do have those issues, I'm going to show you the first thing you'll do is the modification. So sitting tall on top of the sitting bones, pull up on the navel, have a nice long straight spine. And if we were on our hands and knees, this would be table pose. So everything is long from the tailbone to the crown of the head. And the arms are shoulder width apart, palms are flexed. If that's uncomfortable for you, you can relax the hands. But we'll start with a deep breath in to lengthen up. And as we exhale, we're just going to bring those thumbs closer to each other. If you want, you can cross them over. Tuck the chin, that opens the upper back. Inhale, arms separate, bring them back, press the breastbone forward, rock the hips forward, opening the front of the body, look up. This is the cow. Exhale, back to the cat table position, cross over. If you're crossing the arms, bring the other one on top. Inhale, separate, press the elbows back, look up, lift the breastbone, rock the hips forward, scooping your back. Exhale, forward. Now, if you can do the full rounding, if that's safe for you to do so, this is the next step. Otherwise, stick with the one we just did. So inhale, growing tall. Exhale, tuck the chin. Push those arms and shoulders forward. Pull up on the navel, round the back outward. Cat. Inhale, cow is the same. Elbows back, rock the pelvis forward, open the front of the body. Last time, exhale, cat. Squeeze that navel. Inhale, cow. Bring your hands to your knees. Relax the head forward. Just let's rock the head from one side to the other. Stop in the middle. Lift the head and roll the shoulders back. Shrug it out. And since I'm going to go ahead and face this direction, if you want to do this on the front of the chair, it's fine as long as you have a stable place to hold on to. We're going to do warrior one. So I'm moving slightly closer to the edge of my seat, and my ankle and knee are in line on the right, and dropping the outside leg. So really, one cheek is on the chair securely. If this just feels too wobbly for you, move inward as much as you can. Plant this right foot. Back hand is holding the seat, or it can hold the back of the chair. Keeping your hips as level as possible and letting this left leg drop. Let the knee drop so that you have openness right here. You can have the foot flat if that's comfortable for you, or you can tuck under for a moment. Just stay here, letting this open up. Breathe. Now do tuck your toes under and plant that back foot. We're pushing back through the heel. Stretch the calf. Release it, let it come forward. Press again, stretching the foot and the calf, opening this up more. Release it. And now we're going to go into the arm, adding the arm. So planting this back foot down, press the heel backward, and find a position where it's fairly comfortable for you that opens this area up. Looking forward, shoulders over hips. Inhale, sweep the outside arm up. Lift up through the front of the body on the next inhale. If you like, you can exhale leaning into this. You can rock the lower pelvis forward, opening up the front of the body. Breathe. Lower the head, lower the arm. Let's bring that knee in for a little hug. Release the foot to the floor again. And just to demonstrate from the side to front so you can see what this part looks like. Sitting firmly, knee is planted, outside leg is dropped, shoulders over the hips, planting that foot. We're going to inhale this arm up so we have a long length from the knee through the fingertips. Lengthen up, open the chest, arch the back if you like, press through the heel. Breathe. Warrior one. Now come back in line with the shoulders over the hips, tuck the chin. Arching back to toward the right, opening the whole left side of the body. This is a big stretch. If it's too much, just go back to the warrior one. Breathe. Coming back upright, drop the arm. Let's bring the knee in for a hug. Shake it out. Let's do the other side. So, just to demonstrate, turning sideways. If your chair allows you to do this without turning to the side, that's fine. We have the left ankle and knee in line, and we're dropping the right leg out. So relax if you like, just to open this area, but then tuck the toes and plant the foot so that if you had to, I don't want you to, but you could take your hands off and you would still be stable. So hold on to the seat with the back hand. Inhale the arm up. Lift up on the inhale next time. Exhale, you can arch into this as much as you like, but press both feet down, staying stable. Now bring your shoulders back over the hips, drop the chin, let's bring the knee in for a hug. Once again, plant the foot, sitting firmly. Inhale the arm up. Lengthen up, first into warrior one, exhaling, arching, pressing the pelvis forward. Now coming back in line with the hips, gently arching toward the back or toward the left. Opening up that whole right side of the body. Back to the center, drop the hand, bring the knee in, give it a big hug. Shake it out. Come back to the center. We're going to go have a little break here with some moving balance work. So sitting a little further back on your seat, you can rest your back against the seat, but don't collapse. Don't be saggy. So keep your spine long. And we're just going to start, first of all, with walking the legs a little further apart. Make sure you're sitting right on those sitting bones. You can sit up to start. I find that I usually need to lean back at some point. And you can hold a seat for starters too, but let's just move those legs out and relax them. Move them out, press through the heels, tighten those legs, and relax. And then let's do the left leg and the right arm. Lift up through the trunk and relax. And the right leg and the left arm. Let's try to do all at once. So reach them out. Now this is where the balance comes in. If you need to lean against the back, that's fine. Now bring them in, bend the elbows, and let the legs drop. Lift them up, extend them. Curling them up. Out. Pull in. Use your navel. Pulling in. A little bit of core strength. A little bit of balance. And then in, pull it close. Bring your hands to your knees. Bring the feet back to the floor. Relax your upper body toward the thighs. Let the head hang. Cross the arms so that the hands are holding the elbows, releasing into a child's pose. Hands are on the thighs. Let's press all the way up. Roll the shoulders down and back. Bringing your weight to the front of the seat. Let's walk the feet wide and start out with the knees and ankles. The ankles slightly inside of the knees. Sitting tall on your sitting bones and lengthening up through your core. We're going to lift the heels. Press those ankles outward. Push down through the soles of the balls of the feet and drop. Lift the toes. Drop the toes. Press up. Heels. Toes. Heels, hold here, push down through the feet. Inhale, both arms up, lengthen the spine. Bring the hands together, exhale, bring them back to the heart. It's as if you're trying to launch yourself. You get a cramp, just move out of the position and focus on your breath. But think about lengthening up, pushing through the feet, almost as if you're launching off the seat. Stay here. This is Empress. Relax the heels, relax the hands. Let's walk the legs closer and shake them up. Let's bring ourselves to the side of the chair facing the corner and have wide legs. So they're maybe not as wide as we just did, just whatever's comfortable for you so that you can stay on top of those sitting bones and have the knees wide. Now take your right ankle if you're facing to the right and have the ankle and knee in a line and extend the left leg. And then turn the foot so that you can plant down through the foot. You can turn it all all the way or part way. It's up to you, wherever your ankle flexibility permits. Shoulders, hips, and ribs are all in a line. Lengthen up through the spine. Inhale the arms out to a T, reaching out through the fingertips. They're coming straight out from the shoulders. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, turn the head and look to the right. Try to get that gaze going down the long finger as you reach out through the hands. This is Warrior Two. You can press through the feet to activate and strengthen the legs. And then relax, let the arms come down, let the head, neck, and shoulders return to the center. Make any adjustments you need to. Perhaps this is too wide for you today. You can move the legs more narrow. We're going to do the same thing with a variation. So once again, lift those arms up to shoulder height. Turn and gaze down that right hand. Active legs, pulling up through the navel. Breathe. Next, exhale, bend the elbow on the right and bring it slowly closer to the thigh. So the elbow and shoulder right over that right thigh. Turn your head to look forward. Lift the back arm up and over. You're stretching the whole left side of the body. Press through both feet so you don't get overbalanced. Breathe. If you think you're comfortable doing so, you can look up. This is extended angle. Bring your lower hand to the thigh, pull in on your navel, and lift all the way up, relaxing the arm, relaxing the shoulder. Roll your shoulders out, and let's come to the center for a transitional pose, which was, we're going to do a forward fold. If you don't want a forward fold, you can round over your legs. So let's inhale up, palms out, pull up through the navel, leaning the chest forward like a swan dive. Now allow the chin to relax and the shoulders to relax as the arms come down. If you need to stop with the arms on the knees, that's fine. If you can keep rolling the hands down toward the ankles, that's fine too, whatever you can do. Stay here for a breath. Bring the hands to the thighs and slowly lengthen up. Relax the shoulders down and back. And let's turn to the other side. Plant the sitting bones, lengthen up through the core. Plant that left foot under the knee and extend the right leg. So keep that foot wherever is comfortable for you. Press through the feet, lengthen through the trunk. Inhale the arms to a T. Turn and gaze down that left hand, Reach, 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 breathe. Relax the arms, relax the head to the center. Pause here for a couple of breaths. Inhale the arms to a T and look to the left. Lengthen up the spine, pull up on the navel. Now exhale, bringing that elbow toward the thigh. Shoulder and thigh are in line. Turn the head to the center. Reach the upper arm over. Extended angle. Press through both feet. Look up if you can. Breathe. Lower hand to the thigh. Press all the way up. Relax the shoulders. Let's come back to the center. And that requires a big forward fold, counter pose. We're going to do a little different here. Bring your arms up. Bring them out in front. Cross the left arm over the right. Fold it at the belly and just pull up on the navel. Slide your chest closer to your thighs, crossing those arms over. Stay here as you breathe. Bend the elbows, bring them to the knees. Pause. Lift all the way up. Inhale, arms in a big V. Exhale, bring them down with the right arm over the left. Lean forward from the hips and the waist, folding over those legs. Let the arms move across the knees. Bend the elbows, bring the knees
hip width apart if they weren't, and relax the upper body. Bring the hands to the knees and straighten all the way up. Roll the shoulders down back. Shrug it out. We're going to come to behind the chair. Do a couple of things standing. So we'll start with our hips behind the chair and our hands on the back of the seat. And if, depending on the length of your arms and the height of the chair, you might need to be further or closer. And I'm going to turn sideways so people can see what we're doing here. We're going to do a little warrior one practice. So hands on the seat, hips are level facing forward. And let's step back with the left foot. And the toes can be out to the side. So if you were to brush your hands, you should feel both thighs. This is having the legs hip width apart. Still holding the chair, you might have to lean. Actually, I kind of like coming forward with my foot under the chair. And then you'll notice when this leg is back, this hip goes back. Well, we want to bring it forward so that you open the full length through the front of the thigh. And just to warm up, let's lift the heel and lower. Lift and lower. Now, as the heel is down, let's bend the back knee and get a little stretch of the ankle and the calf. Straighten up, pushing through both feet. Let's take this outside arm, the left arm in my case, lift it up. Exhale, bend the front knee. It's a very individualized depending on your chair. And the right leg is behind you with the toes out, maybe at a 45-degree angle, and your legs are hip width apart. And let's raise and lower the heel. And don't be afraid to adjust your stance when you're in the pose. Just do so cautiously so you don't fall over. Now press the heel down and bend the knee, stretching the calf. Straighten up. Both feet are pressing down. We're going to sweep the outside arm up. But the same leg that's behind you, that is the arm that comes up. Inhale. Exhale. Bend the front knee. So I need a little bit more space here. You may not need that, but I do. So lengthen up. Lift up the chin. Lengthen the front of the body as you inhale. Exhale. You can lean into this. Make sure that heel is pressing down behind you. Lower the arm, straighten the leg, hold the hands on the back of the chair. Let's step together. And the one thing that I like to do standing that's really hard to do seated is balance. So you can be behind your chair or to the side. I'm just going to demonstrate from the side. So our feet are about hip width apart, pulling up on the navel, the tailbone is dropped. Roll the shoulders up and down and back, and this is mountain pose. Our palm is forward. And the key for balance is to find a spot that's not moving to gaze at, either in front. If you find it on the floor, don't drop the head, just let the gaze rest on the floor. And then let's lift the toes and put the toes down and bring the weight slightly to the balls of the feet and then put the heels down. So the weight is somewhere between those 2 points, the foot, the heel, and the ball of the foot. The knees are relaxed but straight, and you push through the feet. We're going to do the tree. So for that, we're going to start with mountain. And we'll bring our weight into that left leg, which is the outside leg. And then the right leg will turn out. Remember when you turn this knee out that this hip will come up, so you need to tell it to go down. Try to have those hips level. Planting through that strong leg on the outside. Bring your hand to the heart. And this foot can be wherever you like, but I like the toes down, and that way I've got an extra base of support. You're still using your balance. Hand to the heart. Inhale, lengthen that arm up. Stay here, breathe. Inhale and move the arm out in half of a V here. And now exhale, softly lower the arm, release the shoulder, and step out. You can turn around, or you can put the chair around. Same thing, other side. Just be comfortably distance away. And we're going to start by planting the outside leg, lengthening up through that side of the body, turning the left leg out. So a lot of the work actually is to open this here. And if you can't do that, you can put the leg where it works for you. But this is the work, is to try to move this knee to the outside. Hips are level. Inhale that hand to the heart. Find your balance point to gaze at. Lengthen and strengthen the leg you're standing on. Inhale, arm coming overhead. Next inhale, arm is half of a V. And exhale, lower the arm, relax the shoulder. Shrug your shoulder. So anytime you can practice balance, do so. You can do it on the kitchen counter. You can do it at the checkout line at the grocery store. It will improve the more you practice. All right, let's come back to the seat and do a little relaxation. Just sit in a comfortable manner. Feet can be off the floor or slightly touching the floor. Relax the back against the seat. Relax the shoulders. Hands are just interlaced in your lap for a moment here. Settle everything down. Let's bring our hands behind the head. Interlace the fingers. Keep the spine long. Inhale. Exhale. Gently fold the head forward, letting the elbows come inward. Don't press. Just let the weight of the hands gently move the chin toward the chest. Inhale. Open the elbows. Look up. Exhale. Fold it forward. Inhale, elbows wide, looking up. Last time, exhale, chin toward the chest, elbows forward. Release the hands to the lap. Roll the shoulders up and down, lift the head to neutral. Relax the hands on the thighs, let the shoulders relax. Gently move the knees toward each other and apart. Toward each other and apart. Squeeze them toward the center, hold, and release. Just let the legs be relaxed. Sitting tall on the sitting bones. Lift up through the hips. Inhale and gently rotate to the left, dropping the hands. Inhale through the center and to the right. Through the center and to the left. Just easy back and forth. Through the center to the right. Inhale to the center, sweep both arms out. Exhale, cup the hands under the knees. Let the elbows come out. Pull up on the navel. Create tension as you squeeze all of the air out. Relax the hands to the thighs. Inhale, lift the spine. One more of those. Inhale up. Exhale, sweep the hands under the knees, round the back. Squeeze the belly. All the air comes out. Relax, hands to the thighs, straighten all the way up. Roll the shoulders down and back. Relax. And lean back on the seat again. We're going to bring 2 fingers from each hand right between the eyebrows. Keep your shoulders relaxed. And gently begin to make a circular massaging motion right over that place where we get the little frownies. And then circle in the opposite direction, just a little gentle pressure. Now separate your fingers and come across the eyebrows. Circle, circle, come to the corners of the eyelids. Do not press on the eyelids. Just gently circling over the crow's feet. Circle across the cheekbones to the bridge of the nose. Now sweep the fingers out across the sinuses. All the way out across the cheeks. Bring the fingertips right in front of the ears. This is a big tension spot, the TM joint. Gently massage this joint. Feel the jaw relax as you massage right into that joint. Gently bring the fingertips along the jawline, and then come up to the corners of the mouth, and with the mouth loose and fluid, let your fingers move the lips, just moving the mouth in a flexible manner. And then once again, let's bring the hands behind the head, elbows wide, and then take your thumbs and gently massage at the base of the skull and the fingers at the back of the skull, the occiput. Don't press on the neck itself, just at the base of the skull on either side of the spine. And then gently move your fingers down on either side of the spine, on the back of the neck, on the muscles, not the center. Come all the way to the top of the shoulders and grab a hunk of those shoulders. Big squeeze between the thumb and the fingers. Deep breath. Exhale, press those fingers across the tops of the shoulders as you bring the hands forward. And now let the hands come to the lap, palms up. Inhale, reach the arms out, lift them up, look up, bend the elbows. Press down across the tops of the shoulders. Break up that tension in those shoulders. Hands come down, shake, shake, shake. One more. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, bend the elbows. Press across those shoulders as you bring the hands forward. Take all that tension and shake it off. And then relax the hands in the lap, palms up. Stay here for just a moment of peace and stillness. Pay attention to your breath. Be sure you let the belly move out as you inhale, breastbone lift. And as you exhale, just let all the air move out passively, softly, and at the end, pull in on the navel. And then relax once more, inhaling. Exhale, relaxing more. Last time. Inhale, belly moves out, breastbone lifts. And exhale, everything softening. Stay here as long as you like. But for those of us that have to go, reach your hands out, reach your feet out. Inhale, make a great big X. Exhale, let's bring the arms across, give ourselves a big hug. And now we go. Namaste. Thanks for coming. I will be here Mondays are off now. I guess Thursday and Friday next week at 9. See you then. Have a wonderful weekend.